I gotta get my dick metaphor.
That's smaller than I remembered.
Whatever. Same size as yours.
Yeah. Looks so much bigger though in the show. But it is still not as bad of a phallic example as Fooly Cooly.
They're like, well, we don't want people to get confused and think it's a vagina or something.
No.
No, that just won't do. All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jake.
And we're here for Haikyuu, Season 2, Episode 14. Right. They have defeated Kagugawa.
And their 2-meter giant.
Yes, and now Karasuno will go into the next stage of the spring tournament arc. Yes, this is true. They had somewhat of a kind of a stare down with some other players from an unidentified team
that were trying to get friendly with Kyoko.
And this will not do.
Yes.
And good boy Hinata
jumped in.
Yes, defended her.
To defend her. Yeah, while Tanaka and Nishinoya were gone, because, you know, otherwise they
were shirking their duties. Though. Where were those boys? They need to provide the, like, you know, the defense, like, matrix around.
That's right, that's right. They need to up their game on that.
Seriously.
Otherwise she'll start to think you don't care.
Just won't do. All right, guys, well, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of the downtime would be. But there might not be that much downtime.
Yeah, there might not be much at all.
Yeah, but if they do give downtime in between games, I would really love to see them focus on some of the characters that got some development recently. Kageyama,
like
Hinata, Tsukishima, even maybe some characters from other teams, maybe? Yeah. That would be pretty cool.
Also, a little bit of just like a primer, you know, before this tournament starts, because... Daichi and Asahi and Suga. This is their last tournament.
Yeah.
So
Kyoko too.
Yeah.
It's sad. All right, guys, we're ready. We think. Without further ado, let's get into this. Oh, so excited.
Haikyuu is amazing. Like the bomb. Oh no. We need to get ahead on Haikyuu.
Oh no. This is for you, Rap. Yeah. We're sacrificing for you.
It's tough, but we'll push our way through it.
All right. Oh, someone's house.
Is that a crow calling?
Tsukishima! It's his brother. Okay.
We won.
Well, we won.
Yeah.
2メートル。
2 meters.
1年で201センチがいた。200?
And you won?
お前、負けて当然って思ってるだろ。え？
What?
うん。だって2メートルだよ。
I mean, he was 2 meters tall.
お前さ、うちのチームの練習。
He'll probably get a lot better. Or.
New opening! New opening! Yes! Yonder eyes! Sakuga. Fly! Fly, my boy, fly! Oh.
Okay, alright.
I had no idea this was coming. This is so good.
Why is it that, like, with Haikyuu, we can get so hyped about a new opening when in other shows normally we'll be like, no! Why did they have to change?
We got our Boikawa.
Boikawa.
And Albajisai, I think this is a sign of things to come.
Possibly, yeah.
Oh, other teams.
Okay.
Cool.
Oh, wait.
Boys in black. Boys in black.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, look at Asahi's look. Dang. Tsukishima standing tall in the background.
The silhouettes of the people.
Oh, yeah.
You got this, Sonata.
Whoa. Oh, yes.
Animation.
Like, oh my gosh.
Wow. Fly high. Oh yeah.
Wow.
Daichi looked like he was gonna turn into a bear for a second.
Shiratorizawa.
And the way they're making the ball go slowly towards Kageyama.
Right. Oh no way.
Oh yeah.
So good
stuff right there.
Who that? Who that? Is that Kageyama?
What?
You can tell it was me.
Only one person would be that serious.
Yes.
代表決定戦で当たるかもしれない相手でどうしても見ておきたいチームが
How about you say?
過去に一番目立たないためには普通の運動部っぽい格好が良いのでは
So you don't get too
He's
hot.
like, brilliant. Even better.
Or they should just have Yachi go take a look. I'm a student here.
I'm a student here. Yeah, oh yeah, they totally believe
They're
it.
like, Senator Soul. Oh my gosh, this is amazing.
Wow.
Not letting us see. I know it has to be. Oh, hey, can you stop Ushiwaka? Ooh.
That's a...
無理でしょ
Yeah, that came out of nowhere.
3のエースなんてまぐれならまだしも
Dang,
で
yeah.
も誰かが牛若止めなきゃ白鳥座は倒せない。俺たちミドルブロッカーじゃん。全部倒さなきゃいけないんだから。同じ
Yeah, so
Same thing.
might as well prepare for the worst.
Yep. You pissed me
な
off.
んでだよ。月島で無理なら。
You can't do it. Oh, okay.
自分で言うのはともかく他人に無理って言われると
Yeah, it is irritating. Yep.
Yeah.
Diarrhea pressure point. That can't be a thing. That's not a
今
thing.
日行くから
Oh, he's gonna go practice. He's gonna
All
go
right,
practice.
yeah.
Yes, Tsukishima. Oh, I'm so hyped.
Okay.
おお。影山正官どう
You
だった
made
よ
it。back alive.
俺は一生及川さんに勝てないかもしれない
Why?
何言ってんだ。ふざけんな。
多分 OB のいる大学と練習試合やってた
Oh, some of their alumni.
俺が行った時には大学生の中に及川さんがセッターとして一
Oh,
人で
jeez.
初めて会った人も多いみたいだったほんの数プレーで
He had already
及川さんは
adjusted.
完全にチームに溶け込んだ
Wow.
スパイカーが生き生きしてるのは俺にも分かった
Dang.
誰か
The ability to draw 100% out of anyone. I was gonna say that's his skill. That's
た
what
と
he
え時
does.
間をかけたってできるとは限らない
そのすげえ大王様に改めてビビっちゃったのかよ影山くんは。
It's like we better not be retreading
Hey,
this.
at least he's honest. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
But he has that
そ
look.
の及川さんの3年間
Yes.
全部詰め込んでんのが今の正常で大活
Oh.
Right. Awesome.
Yes, this is character development. And oh, just so he just felt a disturbance in the force.
Yeah.
Yes.
風なんか引いたらぶっ飛ばす散々すぎる
That look in his eyes.
Yes.
パワーでも自分より圧倒的に上の相手のスパイクを止める方法はあるんですか
I don't think we've ever seen him be like this humble about it either.
Ever.
久しぶり待ってたよ
Who's this?
おかえり狂犬ちゃん
Mad Dog Chen.
Okay.
He's their he's like their Nishinoya or their like their Tanaka or something.
誰
誰
Yeah.
ですか狂犬って
Yeah,
2
who's
年の
this?
京谷健太郎。
Gyotani Kenta.
狂犬は及川さんが勝手にあだ名つけた。中学の時結構有名だっただろう。
ネットからトス離れすぎて打ちづれっすよ
Ah,
今のフォ
gotcha.
ローできたわよ下手くそ
その後も当時の3年とは
Oika was laughing. whereas-
Uh-huh.
そのうち来なくなったんだよ。
及川さんがいる代に同じチームでプレーできてよかったって思えるように
I'll make you feel that way. Oh. He's like, I'm ready to fight. Like,
本能で及川さんを警戒してる
早速ブロック
hey, 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 hey. Yep.
僕と他校の1年に惹かれ
Boku gets rejected by a student from another school.
I love it.
お願いします
He's like,
Respect?
飲んどいて何
一番重要なことって何だと思う？
He's following up for the question.
タイミングだ。
Timing. Ah, that's true. Yes, yes.
手のひらがネットから出ていれば小学生だって田中のスパイクを止める。
He's like,
タ
yeah.
イミングさえドンピシャであればな。やっぱり猫間の苦労は
Kuro, yes. See how he waits?
相手が打ち下ろしてくる瞬間に
Yeah.
ブロックはてっぺんに差し掛かる
Yeah. Oh, and Tanaka's got the Bokuto thing going. All right. Awesome.
Okay.
Oh, to be able to receive with stronger kind of resistance.
Okay.
Oh, he's dropping. Oh! Yamaguchi! Yamaguchi! Oh boy!
All right.
See it. Oh! Okay.
What was that?
I think he got like intense on it. Like he... Huh. Yes, he is. Okay. He's saying, I want to meet you
in the tournament. Yeah.
In the tournament, yeah. Or like in nationals. Against friends, you know.
That's...
So he's like, I can beat you. I love how his simple mind, like, computes things. Hey!
伊沢さんが得意なコースを圧倒的にクロス相手が打ち下ろしてくる瞬間に
Then jump, yeah.
完成を持ってくる
Wow. Nice. Tsukishima! Yeah, that smirk. He's like, I know I'm good.
Yeah.
ちょっとまだ打ち足りなくて。
まったく。
打ち足りない分はさ、明日まで取っておけば
Why don't you save that for tomorrow?
なるほど。
He's like, oh, I get it! Brilliant.
Oh.
Yachi being a great, like, assistant and stuff.
Yeah.
She's so good. Who are they pitted against first?
I know.
I'm
like...
so worried. Don't you dare false start, you dumbass! Wow.
And then Nishino and Shocker just...
Oh! They just freeze in midair!
Yeah, they don't even drop. They just...
Oh, they are their first match.
Okay.
Oh, they are.
All right, but what's the next match?
Jozenji. Oh, Date
go!
go! Abujisai.
And...
Oh, Shiratorizawa.
Yes, yes! I had a feeling it was gonna be my old enemy, the bathroom.
Boikawa! Yep. Well done.
He runs in,
bumps into Uchiwaka! Ah, it's the worst! Hinata Shoyo. Oh.
I am
but they don't like him either. Oh my gosh! Oh dang! And then Daisuke shows up! What is this? Oh, they're very respectful. That's cool. Yes, go, let's go, Dante, go!
Wait.
Okay. Oh, so we get to watch. We get to watch. Okay. Awesome. All right. Oh, I like this guy. Oh, and they jump. All right. The party team. Oh, I'm hyped now. Yes. And we'll probably get a new ending.
We do. All right,
Okay.
I like it.
Oh, that's what I'm excited for. Set 3
Was
like,
that
we're going
that
like
was
far.
that was
season 1, the results
yeah.
of season 1's
yeah.
match against Aoba Jisai. That's right.
Oh, this is so fitting though. Like, oh man.
And they stand back up. That won't be the end.
Oh no.
All right, yeah. Nishino is like the only one in orange, but also looks like the most intense.
Okay.
So far, this is my least favorite ending. I just gotta say, like, I really like
the other ones are really just
really
so
good. But I like that we're getting all the teams. Oikawa serves, man. No one wants to deal with this. Oh, and it shifts the color. Okay. I like it. I like it.
All right. Fly.
Okay. Oh, all right.
So,
wow.
Yeah, like
I'm really glad we didn't focus too much on an individual game and we got really in depth into the characters.
Right.
We got into Tsukishima development. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, like, because here's the thing. This was a transition episode. It was a very good, very needed transition episode.
Very good.
Because we've had a lot of growth recently, right? So we need to basically remind ourselves, all right, this is where our boys are at. So that now, once they go into these games, they're going to be insane.
Yes.
Right? We're there with them every step of the way.
Not only that, though, we had some initiated growth begin, like, within this episode. Tsukishima's decision to begin to take some of these things seriously is cool. It's coming a little bit at the last minute, but the thing is that they went over a long period of time, actually, in this episode. 2 months, technically. In 2 months...
A lot
huge things can happen,
and
especially if they went in with this whole like experience with like I'm guessing they spend around 25 hours a week minimum playing volleyball, practicing.
Yeah, probably. And here's the other thing. For Tsukishima, I would say that doing a sort of time skip for his not development like character development because abilities does not equal character development, but by basically not showing the effort and stuff that he was like not as up close as with other characters, that's going to make it really cool in the matches because we'll be able to see a lot more of that passion and stuff that we saw those glimmers of this episode. We'll be able to see it in full in the game. Which will be amazing. Yeah, that little that just
smirk. Oh, that's like, good.
That made me think of the Kronk, just the It's all coming together. Like,
with Tsukishima, I really wanted to shout out that his brother made an effort to bring him into his practice and stuff. A lot of Tsukishima's development centers, a lot of his character depth centers around the brother being kind of just involved.
Right.
And when we think about how this can go really well in the future, a lot of the things that could happen when his brother comes to one of Tsukishima's games is going to be huge. Because they made a point of saying, like, the mom was like, have you gone to one of Kay's games? I like that they call him Kay, like they have a nickname for him. And he was like, no, I haven't yet. I wonder if one of the biggest moments for Tsukishima will be when he has the moment playing volleyball and he's like, I love this game. And his brother's there watching him, and then he cheers him on. And then Tsukishima like goes all out for it, and
it's gonna be so good. Because here's the thing. Here's the thing. What was the big negative moment in Tsukishima's backstory and everything? When he saw his brother in the stands cheering. What's going to be one of the most
positive things when he sees his brothers
powerful things cheering? When he sees him cheering for him. Oh man, guys, like that's good. That is going to be.
I'm so scared actually of myself or like us, like how passionate and how like crazy we're going to be when these big moments happen in these upcoming matches. And because we've got a lot of cool things coming that will be kind of put all in conjunction with each other. We've got a lot of the new things that some of the side characters have kind of learned. Nishinoya stepping into set, do a little jump set. We got Asahi with serving. We've got Kageyama with overall, like, with his setting and stuff. We've got Yamaguchi potentially with his float serve.
Tanaka with his angles.
Yep. We've got we've got side characters that like aren't even like non-main starters, like Sugawara potentially like having some clutch moments. I'd really love it if any of the other characters, like not even really big characters at all, could get brought in. That would be pretty awesome. But then Hinata, oh boy, Hinata could be in for some really big moments here because when he was situated in between the gods of volleyball,
the giants,
the giants, and they're all just like having their like the adults are talking and shut up, and it's like
But the thing is, no, you don't realize that all of the people there are giants. Hinata's just a bit of a little giant.
And when he has his moments of just passionate belief in himself and in his team, I can't wait for everyone else to be just in pure dumb shock of like, this is what we have to deal with.
This little guy,
I'm terrified of this little guy. And Hinata having his yandere eyes on for his senpai, the volleyball. It's going to be glorious. What were some of the standout like moments for this episode?
Well, okay. There's a new opening in town.
That's true.
There's a new opening in town.
The new opening was prime.
Like, okay. The animation.
Like, oh my gosh. I think they're tantalizing us with like, we've been saving our budget. And guess what? We're about to blow it all on these amazing episodes that are upcoming. How'd you like some Sakuga in your life? Oh, yes, please. Yes, please.
Could I get a little bit of Sakuga on in this volleyball game? Sorry, did you say you wanted a little bit of volleyball in this Sakuga?
Yes. So plot-wise, the episode encapsulates the training that they do in the 2 months in between the preliminaries and the qualifiers.
Right.
Now, the thing is that the qualifiers
are then for nationals.
But it's not really qualifiers, it's more of the qualifier because only one team will go to nationals. Now, here's the thing, Jacob. We think about this logically. The worst possible situation for Karasuno is that they have to face both Abajisai and Shiratorizawa.
No, the worst possible case is that they lose on this first match and don't get to face
Come on. Well, who the frick cares about the party team?
Exactly.
They're gonna lose. Like, it's gonna be a really cool game.
It's gonna be a really cool game. It probably won't be an easy win, but
I think they'll use a lot of Karasuno's weapons in this that people be like, wait, what?
So if they had to face Abajisai and Shiratorizawa,
But here's the thing, Jacob. Do you think Karasuno will make it to nationals? Do you think Daichi, Sugawara, and Asahi will go all the way?
That's the thing that sucks. I don't think they're going to.
It's like my heart is having like minor palpitations just at the thought of their season coming to an end.
Because here's the thing, they're not ready yet, or at least. And from a story perspective, it doesn't make sense with how well they've built up Shiratorizawa and how distant Shiratorizawa is still as a team for them to beat them on their first match. Now, they might be able to work around that if they basically use Shiratorizawa's matches with other teams like Abajisai or Datiko or something like that as a way to basically introduce us to the characters.
And to get them more built up on a visual medium.
So that way there's more connection to the characters, there's more of a realization of what they're up against.
I think we're going to get that. One of my favorite things actually that I've been waiting for in Haikyuu for them to do is for Karasuno to be in the stadium or the court and not playing. They get to watch other people play. I am really, really excited for these two upcoming matches with Abajisai and Shiratorizawa playing other teams. Now, you know what I'm actually legitimately like sad about in this whole thing? The team that we know but didn't really get to connect with as well that showed up at the end there, Dateko, I feel like one of them are about to get like stomped on by one of these two teams.
Yep,
and
I think so.
It just makes sense.
It totally makes sense, especially since both of those teams, Shiratorizawa and Abujisai, are known for their offense. So Dateko's known for the defense.
We don't know much about Shiratorizawa other than Ushiwaka.
Right, but we know Ushiwaka's like some sort of god spiker, so...
But that's the thing. I don't feel like they're a Fukurodani. Because Fukurodani, for instance, has Bokuto. And Bokuto is, you know, godlike in his offensive abilities as well. But when we saw them play, you know, we realized that they were kind of trying to utilize Bokuto in the most effective way.
Right, whereas Shiratorizawa is going to be like, no, we don't need to rely on Ushiwaka. Yeah, he's awesome, and he's spearheading our assault.
Right, I think Shiratorizawa...
all of us are amazing.
Right, I think Shiratorizawa is that team where it's basically like all Kageyamas and Oikawas. Like, really good players that have, like, the talent, the skill, the physicality,
the integration with the team. Like,
yes. Like, I really actually had this random thing where I saw Shiratorizawa's team and they were walking, and there was the group of them, and they all looked pretty serious, but there was this one Joker, like, kind of quirky-looking guy in the back, and he had, like, reddish hair, and I was just like, he gave this weird vibe. I was
I wasn't paying too close attention to the other team members because Ushiwaka's there just like big and like, I am Kire Kotomine,
this is my super deep voice. I actually kind of don't like that as much. I want to see a contradiction to his I am the leader.
Right.
I own this team.
Yeah, you can't. Right.
I am the armored titan. You know.
Exactly. They do enough of having him be the basically the lion. Right. They need to have some other aspect.
Right.
To it.
I want to see their genius. Like if there's some tropes on Shiratorizawa, because we've seen Abujisai. We've seen them play. We know kind of the dynamic of a lot of the team members. Like, what was the guy's name that was on Kageyama's team? It was like Kindaichi or something?
I believe so.
He's the one with the spiky hair and stuff.
Yeah.
He's kind of their, like, low-key Tanaka kind of thing there. But I like his, like, he's going to try his hardest and stuff. I like Iwazumi's kind of, like, I keep things rolling well here, while Oikawa's kind of the, I'm the playboy and I make everyone feel good and feel, like, awesome because we're going to kill the other team.
Right.
And Iwazumi keeps him in check. But then we introduce this Mad Dog character that's kind of the wild card. I want to see Shiratorizawa's 6 and have like who's their wild card, who's their genius, who's their like setter, for instance.
Sure.
Like I want to meet all these characters, and I think that's what this next episode's going to be about, is us getting to know Shiratorizawa's team. As a group of 6.
And in a lot of ways, it's kind of nice, almost, that they haven't really developed or fleshed out Shiratorizawa's characters and players as characters themselves.
Outside of Ushiwaka, right.
Outside of Ushiwaka, and even then, they haven't fleshed out his character. They just flesh out what he represents and the threat,
He is the highest wall right now.
He's the power ceiling right now.
Yes.
But that works because they don't necessarily have to get into their why right now, because right now, they see all the other players that they're facing and they're going to go up against. That's not what they're thinking of as far as the competition.
For sure.
When they think of competition, they think of, all right, there's people, when we go to nationals, we need to beat these people.
Right.
For them, this is all kind of this is just what they have to do to get to the nationals, where the real competition is, probably in their minds.
I do believe, though, that Shiratorizawa takes this all seriously.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't think we're going to see them as the true villains. Like, one of the things that I've really appreciated that Haikyuu does, since it is a shonen, technically, it doesn't have any villains. It doesn't have any antagonists that are like, they're made there to be, they're put there to be bad guys or bullies or anything like that.
I'm straight from the Marvel universe.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we can't really say that now, can we?
No.
Yeah.
No. My point is that Shiratorizawa, I am excited for the other side to drop. Basically, the other coin to drop, and to have us have a moment where we're like, oh, I actually resonate a lot with Shiratorizawa's motivations as a team and their dynamic. In a lot of ways, I think Oikawa kind of carries Abujisai for that. There's no one else that really
and Ushiwaka called them out on that. back when Kageyama and Hinata were talking.
Well, he gave him props for it, is what he did.
Right.
He didn't give him any negative. He's like, no, the reason why that team is so good is because of him. Oikawa pulls out the best of them.
Right, but
100%.
But he would do so much better if he were on a better team, you know.
Gotcha.
Kind of a thing.
Meaning that Oikawa is wasted. Like,
right, exactly.
Like
He's wasted
Oikawa's
on them.
wasted on a loser team. Whoa, that's actually a great interpretation of it, because I was looking at it more of that he's saying that Oikawa is the leader and the linchpin for that team, meaning that you can't, you can't do that as a team with just having one player be the thing that holds them up. Meaning the best 6 players are is the team that's going to win. So that's why I think Shiratorizawa has beaten Abujisai consistently in the past.
What I would actually really like to see, as far as Shiratorizawa, because with the Y and everything, and I don't necessarily know how I want it to look, but I know what I want the effect to be.
Okay,
I want it to feel almost like this, like paladin type conviction, where they almost make me feel, no, these guys are destined to be the ones they deserve to go to nationals, and why would why would
this upstart Karasuno
why would I
team
root for the upstart Karasuno? No, the amount of dedication and resolve and everything they've poured in this is so beyond what these guys even understand. Like, their whole idea of practice and getting better just doesn't cut it. It's not even scratching the surface.
It's when basically a dwarf star comes up against a white hot giant or a blue giant or something.
Like, look up Sirius A and Sirius B. There's actually 2 stars very close together, but you almost can't see the other one because the other one's just this craziness.
It's crazy. I think that'll happen. Yes, I think we won't get that next episode.
No, probably
I think, though, that if anything, we will get into the quirks of each character on Shiratorizawa's team in particular to get us to understand what separates them. But also, we have seen Abujisai in particular play for the longest period of time of those 2 teams.
Yeah.
And they're probably going to have some new things that they've developed in the time between this tournament and the previous one.
And they're also cleverly bringing in a new player, kind of like what they did before by having Oikawa show up at the very end of their first game, The
little practice match.
Right, exactly, to make it so that you're not there isn't this idea of, oh, they lost the first time or whatever, so now they're clearly going to win. Right. They add the extra variable.
Yeah. And that's the kind of thing where Karasuno might end up getting a little bit distracted and going, Abujisai, like, certain players will be watching certain games more intently than others because it's hard to focus on 2 games at once. So maybe Hinata and Kageyama are split. Hinata's looking at Shiratorizawa and Kageyama's like, I will understand you, Oikawa. I will figure out how to do what it is you do.
Right. I love that line that Hinata gave of when he was talking to Tsuki, and he's like, but we have to beat them all anyways, so why not focus on Shiratorizawa? They're the toughest one, right? It's like,
and then Tsuki's like, you just piss me off. And he's like, why? I love how he hit him on the head too. He's like, no, the diarrhea pressure point. I'm like, what? What? I thought the diarrhea pressure point was from Hot Rod. We're like, hut, 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 hut. And then he's like, oh, hold on.
Maybe it's some kind of Fist of the North Star reference or something. Like,
Omae wa mu diarrhea u nani? Yeah. Okay. The other team, Dejinzi.
Are you talking about the party team?
The party team. Yeah. I'm actually really excited about their team all being really excited to be here because the guy who seemed to be their leader or their captain potentially, or at the very least their most extroverted player, he had the same sentiment that Hinata did, which is, I want to play as long as possible. I want to be on the court for the most amount of time. That's something that for me I very much resonate and identify with.
And here's the thing, it makes it so that even though we kind of know Karasuno's not going to lose this match, it makes us a lot more interested in seeing it happen because they're taking the same thing that makes us excited for Karasuno's matches, which is these boys care so much, right? And we care so much about them in response to that.
Right.
So they're making this team that is, for all intents and purposes, from what we've seen so far and at first impression, a throwaway team. They're making us care about them a bit because they're
Right.
saying, hey, look at how much they care, and they're drawing the parallel.
Because this is Haikyuu, and that's what they do. And the other team I'm really excited for, actually, is if Dateko doesn't play against Shiratorizawa and Abujasai in the beginning here and just get taken out, what I would really like to see from them is how they've evolved from the previous game we saw them play against Karasuno because of Karasuno. Karasuno to them is what Abujasai is to Karasuno. Like, if you think about that, that's such a crazy thing to think about.
Shiratorizawa is to Abujasai.
Yep. And there's this lineage of sorts where the teams don't hate the other teams as much. They do have some competitive resentment and frustration, but in the end, specifically with Dateko, because of how their big blocker guy kind of bowed respectfully to Hinata, they honor and acknowledge more so the power of basically these teams' ability and how it can stir them up towards greater heights.
And I just gotta say, that was awesome to see. Of, you know, it's those little things, those little things that can mean the most. And the fact that they had, and I forget his name, we'll probably be reminded of soon, but the fact that they just had him bow to Hinata when everyone else was, you know,
completely ignoring him
and, you know, being like,
disrespecting him and stuff,
Shrimpy and all that stuff. I don't think anyone called him that, but, you know, the point is,
I think Oikawa might have actually called him Shrimpy.
Yeah, maybe, but
that's Oikawa talking crap, because Oikawa's beaten them in the last one,
and he doesn't want to, you know, get embarrassed in front of his senpai.
Was it me?
No, Ushiwaka.
Well, that's actually a really funny thing. I've kind of noticed how Oikawa actually treats the people that he's scared of with disdain, and that's how Kageyama kind of was treated by him. Sure. I think that Ushiwaka is someone he's deathly terrified of on the court.
Yes.
And because they're out here, he can talk all the crap he wants. Because I think Oikawa is always playing the game.
Exactly.
That's one of the things with his character is that everything,
in the same way that he would be up late at night watching the recordings, you know.
He's always playing volleyball.
Yep.
So when
the game's already started.
Yeah, the game started a long time ago.
Yep.
And he's playing hard. I think that Shiratorizawa might have a little bit of condescension in them from Ushiwaka because he's thinking about nationals. But I also think in the fact that he said, I will accept any challenge, means that he's not the type of person who's so arrogant in their own abilities that he's like, oh, you are all beneath me.
Yeah,
he's not Gilgamesh. He is he's not Loki. I am a god, you dull creature.
Oikawa is the Gilgamesh.
Oikawa is the Gilgamesh. That's true. The Great King. They even call him the Great King. His posturing, though, is backed up by his desire and work. Like, he puts in the work.
And I feel like with Ushiwaka, I almost want to say he's a very present-minded individual, but at the same time, he's a very future-oriented person.
We don't know any of that.
But just the idea that he was like, all right, yeah, whichever of you it ends up being, cool.
Okay,
you know, the idea that he's not competing with them, right? A lot of these people are being competitive about it. They're trying to beat these people, whereas he's basically, I feel like his thing is, we're just going to be as good as we can possibly be, and then we'll see what happens. And I believe we're ready.
Right.
You know.
Yeah, I think it's also the kind of thing where his belief in his team and himself means that he doesn't have to posture. A lot of posturing comes from a side of insecurity. Sure. And Oikawa is definitely one of the most insecure characters in this show, which makes him, in a lot of ways, a really great character.
Yeah. It certainly makes him relatable.
Makes him relatable, for sure. Yeah. Going into the whole thing with Nekoma and them going over to Kanto to play and practice with Fukurodani and stuff, this whole bit with Tsukishima being involved with that as well shows, in a lot of ways, the people that are going to end up teaching him are the kind of people that are leaders in their own respective areas.
Yes, which is really cool.
Which is really funny.
Leader Tsukishima. What would that look like?
Right. I'm really excited about the idea. Now, this is a crazy thing. Tsukishima's charisma score is very low.
Yeah.
His intellect score is stupidly high.
Yes.
Like, you can tell this is the type of character, not because he wears glasses, guys.
No.
This is the type of character that has basically always thinking and stuff. when they see these kinds of people that just blurt out random stuff like Hinata, it's so aggravating. But he can respect the people that have the experience and the know-how to back it up, even if their method of communicating it is wacky, like Bokuto.
Right.
But for someone like Kuro, it's perfect. He's absorbing things. He is constantly adding things in order to make his abilities better. But the thing is, I'm really excited, is that the thing Tsukishima's still missing is the passion. And I actually think he's going to learn that from Hinata. And Hinata is the leader currently in this show for passion. He has the corner on the market for passion of anyone in this show.
Much.
And I think that that's going to be the final step, is he acquired all the skills, all learning these special little tricks and stuff from his brother, from Bokuto, from Kuro, just from other players watching them go. It's much like Karasuno's whole evolution by absorbing and taking other people's abilities and techniques and stuff. So but when he gets that from Hinata, I'm just like, because so excited.
We saw that little
We saw the look. That's the beginning of the moment that Bokuto mentioned. Is that you'll have that moment where it'll just switch.
This is going to sound weird, but it made me think of that episode in Konosuba where Kazuma is freaking out and the bath towel falls down and Aqua just
hit. It's more like hit. Like, oh man. There were a lot of little moments. I think this was a really funny episode. I really liked Tanaka and Nishinoya's little moment.
Yes,
and I was trying to think of a way to say the joke of instead of a toss that stops, it's a boy that stops in midair.
like that was great because they could have done the sort of expected thing of having them just stop and drop and just be like, oh no, it's fine, it's totally good. But instead they just stopped and they just froze there. They just froze there. It's like these little things that you can't really do in live action, but in anime it works.
It just makes it so much fun.
Well.
So this was exactly what I wanted out of this episode. I got more above and beyond what I wanted out of this episode. They condensed 2 months of story essentially into one episode.
Yep.
I am really actually excited for now everything slowing down. Like us getting into some like hardcore moment by moment, action by action, play by play, set by set volleyball games.
And what's crazy is there's
nonstop.
There's 11 episodes left, right? And
I think it's just going to be all volleyball.
I think so too.
I think we're going to get one half of an episode at the very end, much like we did with season 1. And the next 10 and a half episodes are going to be pure nonstop adrenaline charged volleyball games.
And this is what I'm wondering. With whatever is the last game, that one's probably going to take a while.
That's a good point, actually.
So that makes, because the Awajisai one was like, what, 4 episodes or something?
No, it was much longer than that, Jacob. Go back and take a look. I think it's like 7 episodes.
But but
that's a good point, though.
Taking that amount of time...
There's not enough time to finish the tournament.
Exactly. If they do that same kind of amount of time for the final match.
So now, maybe they'll make them shorter.
They could circumvent that and basically make the one with
wait. What if Shiratorizawa or Awajisai, one of them beats the other, and that's how they can get this tournament finished in this season?
Right. And that's because that's the kind of thing that this makes me think of. With the amount of matches that they're probably going to want to do, because there are a lot of cool matches to see here, and the amount of episodes they have,
I want to do brackets again.
You want to do brackets?
If they give us the actual team bracket setup,
I think they did, and it didn't show the thing.
It didn't subtitle it.
Yeah. So we can probably just find that.
So we'll see about finding those, and I want to make some
predictions.
Yeah. I am hyped. Because here's the thing. I really love the characters in Haikyuu. I really do.
Yeah.
But I can tell that when they have these tournament kind of game moments and stuff, the emotions are the kind of ones that they want to hit both ends of the spectrum really hard. Really hype, joy-filled, positive,
crushing defeat.
And then crushing defeat. And the thing is that as
not
we grow
necessarily for Karasuno.
Not necessarily for Karasuno, but for a lot of others. I want to see that on like every single team, in not just the fact that every single team would react the same way as Karasuno did when they lost against Awajisai, but all these games are ones that we care about more so because of Haikyuu's insistence on investing heavily into these characters.
Right, exactly.
I do think, though, that because we got so much invested into Nekoma and Fukurodani, not really as much with, what was it, Shinzen? And then I think there was one other team. Point being, because we got enough investment into, say, Nekoma...
You think they might actually make it to Nationals?
No. What I'm saying is that it doesn't matter whether or not Karasuno makes it to Nationals. Because we could follow Nekoma, for instance, in Nationals.
Possibly.
And just have, like...
I don't think they'd do that. No. Like, not for very long, anyways.
Well, no. That could be like what we'd get after this tournament.
Sure.
It'd be that Hinata is like, say they lose. Okay. Then Hinata goes to Nationals to, like, cheer on... Kenma. And he's like, yeah, Kenma. And like Kenma's like, oh my gosh, you're here. Like, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm cheering for your team, dude. And it's like, whoa, you didn't have to do that, but thank you, okay. And we get to like see them face like whoever won the qualifier and stuff.
Right.
But I want to be surprised. I want to be surprised with how Haikyuu doesn't actually need to focus as much on specific characters, but what they need to focus on is characters that have passion. And as long as this tournament builds up more characters in addition to developing Karasuno and showing off their, their things more, I just want to have passionate boys playing volleyball.
That's right.
I don't really care what the boys
what the outcome is,
or what the outcome is.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why I do want to make the predictions thing because I was pretty good in the last one being able to call Awajisai.
No, but okay.
But that was kind of a 50-50.
We made that actual like slap bet once we were already like a couple episodes into the match, I think.
I think that's true.
So
yeah, it was a little bit unfair, skewed in my favor, I think.
Yeah.
But guys, fantastic discussion. Anything further you want to say?
No, just
I kind of want to rewatch actually this episode because I think there were a lot of things that are like really subtle that they dropped here that are foreshadowing for the actual game, and I don't think I actually touched upon any of them really in the discussion other than kind of the Tsukishima stuff that was obvious build up for upcoming matches.
I mean, that kind of stole the spotlight.
It did, like, but I think that if I looked at this and actually analyzed the Haikyuu episode, which I almost never do, like I'm almost just like, little it wash over me. I think the closest thing I came to that was whenever they showed Shiro Torizawa's team, I was always like, okay, who are these players? Who are these players? And I really did like notice something kind of interesting about that red-brown hair kind of guy in the background. So I'm gonna look into that. But yeah. Okay, you're good? Discussion-wise? All right, guys, this is a fantastic episode. I'm so hyped for the upcoming tournament and the qualifiers. If you want to watch that next episode's reaction right now, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length reactions there. And all this comes with Discord access. So you can chat with us about stories or whatever. And yeah, if that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.